Elasticsearch is the topic for my project, and the problem that I'm trying to solve is to gather syslog of a CentOS server and set up a Kibana to visualize the gathered logs. So I already have the steps documented in my demo report, and I have done it on one of the machines, but I'm going to repeat this demo on a new CentOS machine which I have just downloaded. So this machine has nothing in it. I'll have to install everything from the scratch on this machine. So let's start with Java installation. I don't think it did copy right, so let's do a paste. Okay, so since this is a new machine, so it's asking everything from the scratch. We can wait for Java installation. It might take 1 minute. So as you can see, the prerequisite for this installation is you should have CentOS 6 version. This document is not tested on any other version of CentOS. You should have 2 GB of RAM minimum and 2 CPUs configured or allocated in your VMware for this machine. So So Java has been installed, and we can actually verify the installation by just running the version. It is Java 7. So next step would be to start installation of Elasticsearch. We're going to install Elasticsearch 1.1.1, and this command will actually import the package. That has been done. The next step is to create a file called elasticsearch.repo. We will basically create this file from scratch and go to the insert mode and add this information in the file. This is basically creating the repository and the GPG key for Elasticsearch. If we go and paste, let's go back and see if things have been saved. Yes, it has been saved. The next step would be to install Elasticsearch using yum. Excuse me. So once we have the installation complete, we can go to this file and we have to make some changes here. So let's go to this path, and oh, I think it didn't copy properly. The first thing is to add this line to the end of the file. So let's go till the end and copy paste this whole line. And the second thing would be to find the line which contains network.host and add this and basically uncomment the line. So we're gonna go up and find where the network is. Plugin path index cluster index. Okay, here it is. So let's go to this and change this to localhost. Another change that we have to make is to go to the discovery section in the file and uncomment this so that it disables the multicast. Go down to the discovery section of the file and we're gonna go and uncomment this line, so this is not enabled. We're gonna save the changes, and the next step would be to start the service. So service has been started successfully. These are the steps which I think the first time when I did the demo I had to add because I was not able to use this command to start the service, but I think they are not required. But in case you have issues using this command to start the service, you can run this command to start the service, and then if you add Elasticsearch and check config file, you should be able to use this command. Okay, so that was Elasticsearch installation. The next step would be to install Kibana. So let's use this command and download the package for Kibana. It's being downloaded, and we're gonna extract the tar file using tar command, and let's open this config.js file under the Kibana folder. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna modify the port number from 9200 to 80 because Elasticsearch by default opens port 9200. That is the first node for Elasticsearch is 9200. So we want the port for Kibana to be different. So let's go ahead and change this to 80. Go to the insert mode. Change this to 80. Let's save the file. Now the next step is to install Nginx. We will be using Nginx to serve our Kibana installation. So let's move the file into appropriate location. So we can create the following directory. Kibana 3, and copy the files from, so we are copying the files, all the files from Kibana 3.0.1 to var nginx Kibana 3. So Kibana 3 is a folder which we created under Nginx. And if you can actually go inside Nginx, we can see Kibana. Okay. Now the next step is to install Nginx. To install Nginx, let's download the package first. use yum to install Nginx. Okay, looks like we have an error, and sudo yum install Nginx. Cannot retrieve metalink for repository epel. Please verify and try again. I'm gonna pause the video and I'm gonna fix this error. I know how to fix it, so I'll continue the video afterwards. So this is a command that I found on the internet, and I think it should work. Let me copy it again. And let me try running yum again. So I think the problem was it was not able to find the mirror using epel. I'm not sure what that means, but that is a fix I found on the internet and it seems to be working, so I would go ahead. I basically just googled the error and I landed on this page where I was able to fix it. So it looks like the problem was that the repo was supposed to use HTTP instead of HTTPS, and maybe that's why it was not able to find. So this has been done. So we need to configure Nginx to proxy the port 80 request and 80 request to 9200. And Kibana provides the sample Nginx configuration that sets most of this up. So we're going to download the sample Nginx configuration from Kibana GitHub repository to your home directory. So this is the command that we're going to use. Actually, we have done these steps. Yeah, I'm going to pause the video again because I'm seeing something wrong with the document. I'll get back. Okay, so the next step is to, after the installation for Nginx is complete, we're going to download a sample Nginx configuration from Kibana GitHub repository to your home directory, and we're going to use this command for that. We're going to get to the top and paste. This has been done. And let's open the sample configuration. So what we're going to do is we're going to find the server name and we're going to change this to port 80. Basically what we're going to do is we're going to go to the server name, so let's go to server name location. So I'm gonna actually update this to localhost.localadmin as the server name. Search.